Hello fellas and welcome to another exciting episode of 16-bit Jam. This episode will completely be video game pickups and vinyl. So I'll do the video games first for the people who don't like vinyl, and then afterwards it's all vinyl. It's a lot of vinyl. So video game wise, it's not a lot of stuff I found this week, but it's quality stuff. My buddy Julian picked this one up for me for 20 euros. No More Heroes 3. I liked the first one on the Wii. Never played it. Another one after that, the second one, or there's also like a fighting game based on it, I believe. There are multiple games in the series, but I always like stuff from Grasshopper Manufacture. Even though it's not always the best game, it's the vibe and the style that make it fun. So on a forum that I frequent, we were chatting about Sega SG-1000, and yeah, I have a SC-3000 and an Othello Multivision, and I just looked on eBay, and this was one of the games I still wanted, and it was actually a pretty cheap offer. Normally it goes around 70-80, and I got both of them for 60. These are the French versions, which basically mean they're the Australian copies with a sticker on it, but the boxes are much bigger than the Japanese ones. This is Sega Flipper, and this is Sinbad Mystery. In France, the Sega SC-3000 was sold as the Yeno SC-3000. These are the cartridges, same as the SG-1000 or the Mark III or Master System in Japan. These are very primitive games, but apparently this is one of the better ones. Maybe I'll put them here. And I think I have a Japanese copy of Sega Flipper yet already. Yeah, well, I went to my buddy's store, Giovanni, and I brought in a bunch of DVDs, doubles, the ones I had on DVD or Blu-ray, and he didn't give me a lot of money for it at all, but I still picked up some games, of course. Tintin au Tibet, probably overpaid this one way too much, but there wasn't anything else I really wanted. I did have a bootleg of this game for a decade or 2 decades already, but finally I have an original copy. And then this one, I'm not a big RPG guy, but I remember seeing this cover in magazines and drooling over the screenshots. Vagrant Story. Never played it. This is actually the first time I've seen a PAL copy outside of like a gaming event. So yeah, I decided to punt on it. I paid 40, I believe, for the both of them. And then this one's also pretty cool. 8-Bit Do announced that they would do a Neo Geo CD pad controller. It's actually one of my favorite controllers. I grew up when I was 16. I bought a Neo Geo Pocket, and I basically bought all the games because they were pretty affordable at that time. They were like half the price of a full PlayStation game, so I preferred paying that for a game. And the Neo Geo Pocket also has the clicky stick, of course. And I'm not much of a PC gamer, but basically this thing is only designed to work with the Neo Geo Mini, which I don't have, the PC and Android, and I'm an iPhone user. But somebody made this thing, Neo Geo BT, and these two combined, you can actually use it on the actual Neo Geo, so that's pretty cool. Mind you, these are pretty expensive. It's 50 euros from the get-go, and because they ship from the UK, so taxes, currency conversion, postage, I basically end up paying almost 100 euros just for the Bluetooth adapter, which is a shame. And the controllers you can find on Amazon or AliExpress. On AliExpress it's the official 8-Bit Do store, so I mean it's one of the few official products you can buy on AliExpress. I think it's a Chinese company, and they ship super fast to Belgium. I think the price was 40 or 42 euros. It really feels similar to the original one. People are complaining that the stick is too loose, but I don't know. I think it feels kind of good. The only thing that's different, of course, is that they added these shoulder buttons. It's the same thing with the PlayStation version of this controller, and actually the sync button here, and then like the home button and the screenshot button or whatever that is on your PS4. I like the fact that it has shoulder buttons, so I can use it on my JAMA CPS2 boards for Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter 3 and things, Street Fighter Alpha and Street Fighter 3, which are the two games I have. So I have 6 buttons, which is nice, and it's kind of like the Super Nintendo back in the day, of course. I really should get another one of these, but I hate splurging that amount on a friggin' dongle. So I'm kind of hoping that 8-Bit Do will still make an official Bluetooth dongle for the Neo Geo, because they will sell it for like 30 euros probably, I hope. And today I had a date day with my wife, and we went to the city. It's Sunday, so not a lot was open, but the magazine store was open, so I did pick up Retro Gamer. It's a long ass time since I picked up a regular magazine, but I just put them on the toilet and read them when I'm taking a dump. But this was 10 euros, holy cow. So, onwards to the vinyl. This is my last week of summer holidays. So this week we went away last week, but this week I was just at home. And naturally I went to pick up some things, go to the supermarket, visit the bins. And there was not a whole lot, but the guy just refilled the vinyl section. And I've been tempted to listen more to jazz music, as you can hear. And my prayers has been answered, because there was a big bunch of jazz records. I don't know a lot about jazz, but I like to listen it. So I just picked up everything, thinking if there's something included that I don't like and can probably easily resell it or give it to somebody else, because I don't know if there's any value in here. These are probably the weirdest of the bunch. It's called Jazz Odyssey, and it's like drums, and yeah, this one is organ and drums, but this is also drums. So it's like you're listening to this one right now, and yeah, it's good, but it's kind of weird as well. And they have like booklets. This is really for the collector, you know. They have like booklets explaining everything about jazz music, I suppose. The fun thing is, I believe this one has like a ticket, a stub for a concert in 1976, and Elke Linkzaal in Antwerp, that's my high school, so it was our auditorium in our high school, so that's pretty cool. This guy went to see Milt Buckner and the All-Star Band in my high school. Pretty sweet. We'll keep that for later. There's a lot of Count Basie and Duke Ellington. I'm not a very big fan of the big band stuff, but I'm gonna listen to them quite a lot and then see what I'm getting rid of. This one I like a lot. This one is pretty good. Errol Garner, that's my kick. So I'm probably on the lookout for more Errol Garner. This one is not jazz. Well, it's variété. Cabaret music from France from the 1930s, and somebody already bought this in the thrift store in 2005 for 2 euros, and I paid once again 2 euros, but in a different thrift store. I saw. By the way, I saw this record today for 12 euros in another store. I think I like this one as well. And this one as well. Duke Ellington on the piano. This is, I believe, a famous one. But to be honest, it's very big bandish, and yeah, that's not my jam. This one I liked also, called Hawkins. Sadly, the cover is ripped here, but this one, it's a Spanish album. It's kind of weird. I don't really see who is the band, you know. Here is the name. The Chocolate Dandies. Oops, different vinyl. I haven't listened to them all yet, but another Duke one. Another Count Basie one. This was the only different 45-inch of the Human League. Yeah, I couldn't resist, man. I normally don't buy 45 inches, but if it's Human League or New World or things like that, I do pick it up. Another Duke, and another Duke. So I'm not gonna keep all of these. And then on Amazon, I had to buy a gift for my wife for her birthday. And I saw they had this Jack White album, which I really like. I listened to it a lot on Apple Music for 20 euros, so I decided to punt on it. It's a very heavy album, like the last album is very soft melodies and things like that, but this one is like hard rock music. And both albums have the same songs sometimes, so in completely different versions. That's pretty cool. So today was date day with my wife, and well, the record store was open, so picked up D-Light World's. What's the title? I can't read it. World Circus. They're best known for that song "Groove is in the Heart." I don't know if they're totally responsible, but these were like the first band in my mind that had like the 60s, 70s look in the 90s that was so popular. And they played this song a lot on MTV. But I like the entire album. It's funky soul, house. It's pretty good. It's a really bad condition copy, to be honest. I think it was belonged to a DJ or something, because it's marked here. They tend to do that. But yeah, I like the album, and it was only 16 euros. And then last but certainly not least, Morrissey record Low in High School. I already have this album on tape, if you would believe it. My buddy Julian bought it for me back in 2017 apparently. And I liked it a lot. It's a very good album. So I saw it on vinyl and I said, I already have it on tape. But then I saw it was on clear vinyl. So I couldn't resist. I'm a sucker for translucent, so... And this one was 20 or 22. So I thought that was pretty okay. And it's a pretty good album. So yeah, these are my pickups for the end of August. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is the last day of my summer holiday. So back to work Monday. Which does mean I tend to get to visit more thrift stores and things like that. Because holy shit, if you have 3 children, you're in for a rough ride, buddies. It's fun, they're all cool, but a lot of work. Not a lot of slacking off time. So, hope you guys had a beautiful summer. Enjoy, and catch you guys in the next episode.